What if I told you most missed shots with a .45-70 aren't because of your aim, but because your scope can't keep up? Sounds wild, right? But think about it. This cartridge hits like a hammer, and if your optic isn't built for clarity, recoil, and fast target acquisition, you're already at a disadvantage. So here's the real question. Are you getting the most out of your .45-70 government? Today, we're breaking down the 5 best scopes for .45-70, comparing them head-to-head so you know exactly which one deserves a spot on your rifle. And remember, all the links are in the description. Number 5. Vortex Optics Diamondback HP. This is your solid, no-nonsense performer. It delivers crisp image quality thanks to its fully multi-coated lenses and does a great job controlling glare and distortion, especially compared to cheaper scopes. When you stack it against something like the Monstrum G3, the Diamondback clearly wins in glass clarity and overall durability. The edge-to-edge sharpness is noticeably better, and that becomes important when you're lining up shots in varying light conditions. Another big advantage here is consistency. The tracking is reliable, and once you zero it in, it tends to stay put, even after repeated shots from a heavy recoiling rifle like the .45-70. That's something budget optics often struggle with. However, it sticks with a second focal plane reticle and lacks illumination, which means in low-light conditions, early morning or late evening hunts, it falls behind options like the Monstrum Hornet. Still, where it shines is reliability and simplicity. No complicated features, no learning curve, just dependable performance. If you want something that works every time without fuss, this is a strong entry point, but not the most feature-packed on this list. Number 4. Monstrum G3 3-18x50 FFP scope. This one flips the script by offering features you usually only see in more expensive optics. First focal plane reticle? Check. Illumination? Check. Wide magnification range? Absolutely. Compared to the Diamondback HP, this scope gives you way more versatility, especially for longer shots and holdovers at different zoom levels. One thing that really stands out is how beginner-friendly it is for someone trying to learn long-range shooting. The FFP reticle scales with magnification, meaning your holdovers stay accurate no matter your zoom level. That's a big deal if you're stretching the .45-70 beyond typical distances. The illuminated reticle also helps in dim environments, giving it an advantage over non-illuminated scopes. But here's the trade-off. The glass quality isn't as sharp, especially at higher magnifications. You may notice some loss of clarity and slight edge distortion when pushing toward 18 times. It's usable, but not premium. Durability is decent, though not quite at the level of Vortex or Leupold. Still, for the price, it punches way above its weight. If you're someone who values features over premium glass, this might catch your attention. What do you think? Features or clarity? Let me know in the comments. Number 3. Bushnell Drop Zone 1-4x24. This one is all about speed. Unlike the previous scopes, this is built for close to mid-range shooting, and for a .45-70 in dense woods, that's a huge advantage. Compared to the Monstrum G3 and Hornet, it lacks high magnification and advanced reticles, but what it gains is lightning-fast target acquisition. The true 1x magnification is the real highlight here. It allows for both eyes open shooting, which drastically improves situational awareness and reaction time. If you're tracking moving game or hunting in thick brush, this kind of speed can make all the difference. The simple reticle design also keeps things uncluttered, helping you stay focused on your target instead of overthinking adjustments. Another plus is its compact and lightweight design. It doesn't add unnecessary bulk to your rifle, which is great for mobility during hunts. However, it's not ideal if you plan to stretch your shots beyond a few hundred yards. You're trading range capability for speed and simplicity. So if you're hunting in tight spaces, this beats the others, but for versatility, it falls short. It's a specialist, not an all-rounder. Number 2. Leupold VX Freedom Rimfire Scope. Now this is where quality really steps up. The glass clarity here is noticeably better than both Monstrum scopes and even edges out the Diamondback in certain lighting conditions. Colors are more natural, contrast is sharper, and low-light performance is impressive for its class. One of the biggest advantages of this scope is its build quality. It's incredibly lightweight, yet extremely durable, something Leupold is known for. On a hard recoiling rifle like the .45-70, that durability matters. It holds zero exceptionally well and feels refined in every adjustment you make. But here's the catch. It's designed more for rimfire use. That means it lacks features like adjustable parallax, higher magnification ranges, and illumination. Compared to the Bushnell, it's more precise but less fast. Compared to the Monstrum Hornet, it's clearer but less versatile. This scope is perfect for shooters who prioritize clarity, reliability, and a clean shooting experience. No distractions, no gimmicks, just pure optical performance. If you value simplicity done right, this is one of the best choices you can make. Number 1. Monstrum Hornet 6-24x50 FFP Scope. This is the feature king of the list. You get high magnification, a first focal plane reticle, illumination, zero-stop turrets, and even included accessories, all at a price point that's hard to ignore. Compared to every other scope here, it offers the most tools for long-range shooting and precision adjustments. The 6-24x magnification range gives you serious reach, allowing you to push the .45-70 far beyond its typical comfort zone. The FFP reticle ensures accurate holdovers at any zoom level, while the zero-stop turrets make dialing adjustments faster and more repeatable. These are features usually reserved for much more expensive optics. Now, yes, the glass isn't as refined as Leupold. You may notice slight softness at maximum zoom, but it's still very usable. And when you consider everything packed into this scope, that trade-off feels reasonable. What really sets it apart is versatility. Whether you're shooting mid-range or experimenting with longer distances, this scope adapts. If you want maximum control, flexibility, and features without spending a fortune, this is where things get serious. Final verdict. So, who wins overall? After comparing everything, features, performance, durability, and value, the Monstrum Hornet 6-24x50 takes the crown. It simply offers the most complete package for the .45-70, especially if you want to push your shooting beyond basic ranges. But here's the truth. There's no one-size-fits-all answer. If you prefer clarity and simplicity, Leupold might be your pick. If you want rugged reliability, Vortex is hard to beat. And if you're hunting in tight spaces, Bushnell still has a place.